Nouns. Nouns are everywhere. You have learned about nouns before and probably think you know all about them. Hold on, in this lesson you may learn some new things about nouns. So let's see what is a noun. Every word is a part of speech and has a role in our language. The biggest star of the English language is noun because it names things. So, a noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or an idea. Let's see with an example. Pumpkin is a noun of a thing. Chef is a noun of a person. South Carolina is a noun of a place. Freedom is a noun of an idea. Are all nouns the same? No, there are different types or classes of nouns. Let's take a look at all of them. Singular and plural nouns. Singular nouns refer to one thing, a boy, a dog, a flower. And the plural nouns refer to two or more things, babies, dogs, flowers. There are some rules for making plural forms. Let's see. Most nouns form their plural by adding s, like books, flowers, baskets. And nouns ending in s, double s, ch, x, o takes es in the plural, like watches, lunches, matches. Then nouns ending in a consonant plus y drop the y and takes ies in the plural, like diaries, babies, stories. And the nouns ending in f or fe drop the f or fe and takes ves in the plural, like scarves, wools, shells. There are some irregular nouns: tooth, teeth, woman, women, child, children, mouse, mice, deer, deer, moose, moose. Then we have concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns, something you can perceive with your five senses. You can see, you can touch, you can taste, you can hear, you can smell. So concrete nouns are nouns that can be experienced through our five senses: sight, hearing, smell, touch or taste. And most nouns are concrete nouns. And the opposite of concrete noun is abstract nouns. Something you cannot perceive through any of your five senses. So abstract nouns are nouns that are all about feelings or characteristics and not any of your senses, like love, fear, embarrassment, pride, surprise, taste. Let's see. Concrete nouns have sight, touch, hear, smell, taste. You can touch the leaves, you can stench the smell, you can taste the sour food, you can hear the disturbance, you can see the smoke. And abstract nouns are the feelings, that happiness, health, love, favorite, friendship, excitement, talent, childhood, anger, calm, wealth. Peace, anger, hygiene, pain, love, health. These are all the things which you can feel. Then we have collective nouns. Name a group of people or thing. This class of nouns denotes a group of people, animals, objects or concepts or ideas as a single identity or entity. So collective nouns are nouns that are easy to remember because they stand for groups. Let's take a look at some examples of collective noun. A choir of singers, a flock of tourists, a troop of dancers, a class of students, an army of soldiers, So choir, flock, troop, class, army, these are all collective nouns. Then we have common nouns and proper nouns. A common noun names any type of noun, person, animal, place, thing, idea. And a proper noun names a specific person, place or thing. So common nouns names non-specific person, place or thing like girl, men, woman, mother, sister, teacher, house, school, hospital, store, building, playground, pencil, chair, shoe, bone, hair, window. Notice that none of these nouns start with a capital letter. The only time that you capitalize a common noun is at the beginning of a sentence or in a title. And proper nouns are the specific names of a person, place or things. And you will notice that all of these nouns begins with a capital letter because proper nouns are names. They are always capitalized, and every proper noun has a common noun, but not every common noun has a proper noun equivalent. Let's see here. This is a dog. A dog is a common noun. This is also a specific dog. His name is Homer. So Homer is a proper noun because is the particular name of this dog. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Remember, common nouns are common names of person, things, places, animals or events. They start with a small letter. And the proper nouns are specific names of a persons, things, places, animals and events. They always starts with a capital letter. Here we can see common versus proper nouns. Common noun, boy is common, lake is common, movie is common, pizza is common. But when you give a specific name to these nouns, it becomes proper. Like Johnny, Lake Erie, Toy Story, Papa John's Pizza. Okay, these are the proper nouns. Then we have countable and uncountable nouns, or you can say count nouns and non-count nouns. Count nouns or countable nouns, nouns that we can count. 1 pencil, 2 pencils, 3 pencils. They can be singular or plural. A book, 2 books. Noun count nouns, that means uncountable nouns. Nouns that we cannot count. They have no plural. Example, bread, cheese, ice cream, yogurt. Put a or an before singular nouns. Do not use the articles a or an with non-count nouns or uncountable nouns. So what you have understood from the countable and uncountable nouns? Countable nouns are easy to spot because they are nouns that can be counted, and they are a part of a unit or group of more than one. And non-countable nouns or non-count nouns, they cannot be counted. They are a group, a liquid, gas, concept, an activity, an idea or a collection. So if you can use the word a or an in front of the noun in a sentence or a number word in front of it, it is a countable noun. And if you can't, then it is uncountable. If I give you some examples, I ate 3 delicious cookies. The 2 churches were all on the same street. So here some sentences use non-countable nouns, like the homework was difficult to do. The sunshine was warm on my face. Here you see some countables. Burgers, you can count all of these things. That means they are countables. Burgers, you can see 2 burgers, 2 sandwiches, 2 hot dogs, 2 cherries, 1 apple, grapes, oranges, watermelon. And non-countables, these can be counted in grams or kilograms or liters or milliliters. Like bread, 1 packet of bread you will say. Fruit, juice, meat, rice, cereal, milk, coffee, tea, these are all uncountable nouns. Then we have what are gender nouns. we have 4 type of gender nouns. Nouns used for males, they are masculine nouns. Nouns used for females, they are feminine nouns. Nouns used for males and females both, they are common gender nouns. The nouns used for things but not people or animals, they are neuter nouns. That means the things, non-living things. Let's see here with an example. Masculine refers to names of boys and men like father, son, priest, uncle, rooster, host, king, hero. Feminine refers to names of girls and women. Aunt, mother, maiden, grandma, hen, goose, nun, niece. Then common noun refers to names of both girls and boys. These are the common nouns. Doctor, doctor can be a male and a female both. Visitor, cousin, relative, nurse, friend, manager, singer. Then we have neuter. That means non-living things. Refers to names of things or objects. Eraser, shoes, chocolate, car, desk, bus, book, pants. Then first look again at those types and how they relate. Nouns. Nouns can be proper and common. Then common noun can be divided in countable and uncountable. Countable noun can be divided in abstract and concrete, and uncountable nouns can also be divided in abstract and concrete, but you cannot divide proper nouns. So in short, what we can see, feel or think is called a noun. Let's see with an example. We can see a boy, a tree, a table. We can feel happiness, anger, taste. We can think fantasy, psychology. Types of nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun. Now let us see with an example. I have a sheep and her name is Shali. Then Shali is a proper noun. I have given her name Shali. Then sheep is a common noun. Suppose it entered into a group of sheep. Then group of sheep will be called flock of sheep. It will be entered into a forest and killed by a lion. Then flesh of sheep is called material noun. The lion will eat the flesh of the sheep and feel it's tasty. Then taste will be abstract noun. Nouns that fit who you are. See, I have made my proper noun. My name is Shalu Soni. Common noun, I am a teacher. Plural noun, I can write anything. Opportunities, I have a lot of opportunities. Concrete, I am a female. Singular, I live in Ahmedabad. Abstract, creativity. The same way you will also make your own proper noun. You will write your own name. You will write the common noun, plural noun, concrete noun, singular noun and abstract noun. So in the last, we can summarize what we have learned. That a noun names person, place, animal, feeling, idea or any concept. And there are different types or classes of nouns. Common nouns names non-specific person, place or thing. Proper nouns are the specific names of a person, place or thing. Concrete nouns are nouns that can be experienced through our 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, touch or taste. And abstract nouns are nouns that are all about feelings or characteristics and not any of your senses. Countable nouns are easy to spot because they are nouns that can be counted. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. And collective nouns are nouns that are easy to remember because they stand for groups. All for the nouns here. Thank you. See you again later. Bye-bye.